We're there, chief.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the January 20th, 2026 McLeod County Board meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, good morning, everyone. We'll start out with consideration of agenda items. Any additions or corrections?
No changes, Mr. Chair.
I can move agenda, Mr. Chair.
Motion made by Commissioner Schmalz to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wright. Any more discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Consent agenda.
No changes, Mr. Chair.
Hearing no changes, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Wright. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Schmalz. Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Auditor Treasurer. Morning, Janet.
Good morning. I'm asking for consideration approving an agreement between the McLeod County, State of Minnesota, and the Commissioner of Information Technology to provide services for Login MN. Login MN is a new initiative used for all state services such as paid family medical leave, social service accounts, Minnesota revenue accounts, etc. Deputy registrars are able to assist in situations where Minnesota needs a higher level of manual identity verification if unable to complete the process remotely. The State of Minnesota Commissioner of Information Technology has forwarded a JPA agreement to participate. McLeod County will be reimbursed $25 for each successful transaction. There's no scanning or retention of customer documents.
Questions for Janet? You have any thoughts on it? I mean, in layman's terms, I mean, I appreciate the information, but you work with it every day.
Yeah, so it's very similar for our staff. They have to approve the real ID documents, so it is just another level of verification that our staff is already doing with additional revenue coming in.
Wishes of the board?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion's been made to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Chatska. Any more discussion or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you,
Thank you.
Janet. Employee Relations. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just one item this morning. Consider approving the grade assignment recommendation by the Evaluation Committee and reviewed by the Personnel Committee for the Jail Administrator, a grade 210. Just as a reminder, McLeod County uses a job leveling system, which uses the same factors to evaluate each job description, resulting in an assigned grade. We will review jobs if there's a brand new job, one that does not yet have a grade, or if there's been a significant change to a job, as well as we're doing our best to review jobs periodically to ensure that they result or that they're up to date. So sometimes that could mean a job stays the same, could be a decrease in grade or an increase in grade. In this situation, there's just a 1 grade increase.
Questions from the board?
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
I don't have a question, but I will move the request at this time.
Motion made by Commissioner Schmalz to approve the grade change. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Chatska. Discussion?
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
Yeah. What I wanted to say is, Personnel Committee was alerted to this change, and I think it is a good practice for us to be looking at these changes periodically. And you do have a schedule that you do follow for review. So thanks for bringing it before us this morning. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks.
Any more discussion? My comment is I've been here long enough, I guess, to go back when this particular individual started and was hired from within or progressed from within. And, he has been increasing his training and working hard to be that good administrator, so that's just my opinion, but.
Yeah, and I would just say you're 100% correct, Commissioner. And one of the things just to note is when we're looking at job description, we're really looking at that description and not the individual, although your comments are correct. We're looking at the job, the needs of that role, the responsibility of that role. So it is our responsibility as the evaluation committee to look at the job and not look at just the individual and their work, but to look at the responsibility and the needs of the jail have continued to change. And so appreciate the comments, totally agree, and just also know that we're looking at that job specifically.
Yeah, he's worked hard to expand his knowledge on doing a good job. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Environmental services.
Good morning.
Good morning.
One item for your consideration this morning, and that is to consider approving the 2026 Advanced Subsurface Sewage Treatment System, SSTS agreement between McLeod County and Carver County for design, review, and inspection services of type 4 and 5 systems in McLeod County at a rate of $85.06 per hour, not to exceed a total of $2,500 with funds from the Environmental Service Budget 01-609. This work requires an advanced designer certification from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, and McLeod County does not receive typically more than 5 of these requests per year. That $2,500 is much cheaper than if we did have a licensed individual for this. 4 and 5 systems are typically systems that require reduction because lots are extremely small, or systems that are over 2,500 gallons per day, so businesses. John Nissy is our SSTS license right now. He's doing a wonderful job. He's been with us just about 2 years, I think. And so that is the goal, is to continue his education, and he has shown an interest in maybe doing an advanced certification, something we are looking into right now with him. Hopefully maybe by fall he can start taking some of those classes to work toward that. But we have had this agreement in place with Carver since 2021, and it's worked extremely well for us. And if I may, I apologize for that, if I could also ask one more thing, just the authority to sign this contract. So if approved today, we'll take the minutes from the board and we'll send that with the contract back to Carver County. They'll sign it, send it back to us. So it just gives me one less stop to bring it back to the board for a signature.
Yes, Mar, I don't, the board can ask their questions they want to know. And you kind of let us know ahead of time that this was a request, and I think it's my personal view is it's a no-brainer. I mean, you're in charge of that, and time is part of it, so timing, not wasting a month trying to get the proper signatures, and it's been working well now, and this is more of an improvement in my estimation, so.
Yeah, I'm not trying to circumvent anything. If I send it over there, no guarantee I may not get it back till the middle of March or April, and if we have something that is of essence where we need that contract, that's really the request for me, just to be able to sign.
Yeah,
that
and I don't,
if you
whatever
approve that.
verbiage it takes, in the agenda item, I just would add it in, but, is there any questions from the board or
No, I think
wishes of?
what we'd be looking for then is a motion to approve the agreement and then granting authority for Mr. Telesky to sign the approval documents. That
Right.
would be the
And
language
whatever,
to
yeah,
use.
that's the language, but if they have to dot a couple i's or whatever, make it work, I would agree.
I'll make that a motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Wright to approve. Is there a second?
And I'll second it.
Seconded by Commissioner Schmalz. Any more discussion or questions?
And I should add, I did send this across to our attorney, so Ryan did have an opportunity to
Oh,
review
good.
this, and I
Yeah.
did talk to Ryan about signatory authority, and he was completely comfortable with that as well, so I appreciate that.
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
Yep, and Mark, happy to cooperate with Carver County. Like was stated, it saves us money in the end, in the long run, and appreciate you bringing it forward today.
Thank you.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
I
I'm not sure how to bring this up, but I forgot something in the approval of the minutes from the last meeting that we did at the beginning of the meeting. I don't see that I'm listed as a delegate for the AMC. I see Nathan, Doug, and Paul. It's on the top of page. Oh, there it is on the bottom. My fault. It was on the next page.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
I saw that too.
appreciate you asking. You scared me just for a second.
Nope, we're good.
Not because of that, but because I had missed it and I didn't know where. At any rate, county administration calendars, before I start my calendar, I mean, is the rest of the commissioners, I know Lori knows about this, but the pipeline training, I've gone to this for years. It's beneficial. And they're basically, I know they're required to have these, meetings, informational meetings, and they're good. It's, you got the first responders that kinda the majority of the people there. However, everybody's been friendly to me. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go. Has anybody else got these letters? I mean, I'm sure they have to do these, and they're dotting their i's and crossing their t's, but I mean, there's usually a decent meal and, the little door prize goodies, so it's okay. It's,
Mr. Chair?
go ahead.
Yeah, and along with you, I have received the invitations as well. I have attended at least 2 of the pipeline trainings previously. I do not believe that I'm going to be available for the one that they're hosting this spring or this winter, so just thought I'd make you aware of that, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, and I've went to most of them too. I think the last one I did by Zoom. But at any rate, I notified, Paul, I'll just let you look at this before we leave. Anyway, since our last meeting, I have attended negotiations, labor negotiations on the 8th. I did a transportation informational meeting with County Road 7 and 115, what is the other county road we had at the diner?
115 and 7.
Yeah. And Paul can comment more because he lives right there, but I mean, it was, I thought it could have been more people, but there was enough people there to get comments from the issues of that road. And then on the 13th, I had department head meeting. On the 15th, we had a Trailblazer meeting. We got our audit returns and discussed several other issues with getting new buses and obviously the costs of new buses. Thursday the 16th, I had agenda review, and that brings us to today. Commissioner Wright?
Okay. On the 8th, that day started out with our Economic Development Committee. We continued to talk a little bit about the topic of housing and laying down some of the foundation work for our spring forum, so there'll be more information coming on that. That evening, and Doug had brought it up, I did have a meeting with the residents along the 115 County Road 7 corridor dealing with that intersection southwest of Hutch that has been an increase of traffic concerns. We had a great representation of county, township, and city individuals there to listen. Thank you to Commissioner Kruger for attending as well. We could always use a few more residents at our meetings, but there is enough there to gather some really good input on some of their observations. And we did hire a study to be done on that intersection at our last board meeting as well. And between the citizen input and the results of that study, we're hoping to be able to have the meeting again in the spring with perhaps some things that we can do. However, that intersection is built with literally every safety feature that can be done. Just to throw it out there, the next stage is basically how do you make it into a roundabout in order to clean up what seems to be just a lot of people pulling out in front of others and causing some continuous concerns there. So Definitely a lot more information coming on that in a few months. On the 12th, we did have our feedlot committee met, I think after nearly a year of meeting on the topic of out-of-county manure. I think we finally have all of our give and take taken care of, and our recommendations now go through the process of the Planning Commission for public hearing, and then we'll arrive here for some of the tweaks that were made. So we'll see how that process turns out. And that's it for me.
Thank you, Commissioner Wright. Since Tuesday, January 6th, after our county board meeting, we did hold a workshop here at the Government Center. And then on Thursday, January 8th, that's my Prime West meeting date. I did attend that meeting by Zoom in January. And there was some encouraging news and also some discouraging news that came out of that Prime West meeting. I'll go with the discouraging news first. You know, you've heard us talk about karma. You've heard it talked about in the state legislature. You've heard how long it's taken us to get to the point of, you know, getting karma applied in our state and in our CHBs. And now, after all this time, it was reported that the Minnesota DHS is still dragging their feet, even though we've gone through the courts more than once, even though the Minnesota Supreme Court has heard it and basically sided in our favor. I mean, in Prime West's world, in their favor. We find DHS is still dragging their feet on that. So there's still some issues to work out on that. The intended start date for karma is January of 2027, so there's some time there to get things lined up. So, but it still continues to be a struggle with Prime West, with South Country Alliance, and I believe the county of Itasca. And then the good news is through county-based purchasing, again, another struggle that Prime West is dealing with. County-based purchasing did become a reality as of the first of the year. And Prime West anticipated an increase in members signed up for healthcare plans, and it did come about, reporting 25,838 new members joining the Prime West organization. That's a very significant increase. How this comes about is Prime West is listed as the default choice for people getting health care. And if you don't choose, it defaults to Prime West. So that's really good news, encouraging news for Prime West. They feel that increasing their current membership is a positive thing for the organization. And then I will say on that same day, we did have a union negotiations committee meeting, Zoom as well, to discuss where we are at with our current contracts that we're looking at. The following week, Tuesday the 13th, department head meeting held right here at the Government Center. On Wednesday the 14th, a emergency meeting was called together to deal with PACT for families. The reason for the meeting being called together, which Commissioner Chuchka and I attended through Zoom, was the fact that we were dealing with losing a significant portion of our funding from the federal government. And there was resolved the following day with the reinstatement of the funding from our federal government. So we got very excited and reacted, I believe, in an appropriate way, a professional way on how to deal with the situation had it come about. But again, I will say that there was a reversal of that determination, and funding is once again restored. And then I did handle an email that Commissioner Kruger forwarded to me. It was a question about hunting regulations in McLeod County. And I guess later on in our agenda, the administrator will report on our next step as far as the hearing process and what will come about. Mr. Chair, that's my report. Thank you.
Could I ask a question, Commissioner Smalls? The membership grew, how many counties, I mean, you listed quite a number. Did they change how you can be a member of Prime West? I mean, you had 100 and some, so are there individuals that default to that, or is that all, how do you get that large?
I'm not qualified to answer who all can take part of the default choice, but I can tell you that I think Prime West is it 24 counties? South Country Alliance, I believe, is 9 counties. Add Itasca, I think there are around 35 to 37 counties that are in this cooperative effort.
Okay.
Barrett, if you can help me out, that'd be great. Does it apply to just member counties, you believe, or does it apply to other counties throughout Minnesota?
The increased enrollment that Commissioner Schmalz talked to is because January 1st of this year, all families that are receiving medical assistance in our county are now Prime West members. That's the only option that they have. They don't have, they cannot go to Blue Cross, they can't go to other county-based purchasing agreement. So everybody that's a family under that 65 age is now medical assistance, you're on Prime West.
Okay, I think I understand that, but do you have to be a member county of?
I'm sorry, but maybe, do you want
No,
to?
I'm good.
I want to make sure, though, that her response is on camera, and it won't be, so could you, I'm really sorry, Barrett. Thank you. If you could just summarize what you gave them.
I mean, with the insurance going, with everything going on, that's kind of an important,
Yeah.
especially when I hear that families are,
Yep, so beginning January 1st of this year, for Prime West counties, all those recipients that get medical assistance that are a family, they automatically are enrolled in Prime West. So that is why the increased enrollment.
okay.
And that's just for Prime West counties.
Okay, and it's, I mean, I would put the emphasis on you have to be on medical
Medical
assistance
assistance.
in order to fit in this whole program. So, I
Correct.
mean, that's important.
Yep.
Very good. And
Mr. Chair, I'll
go ahead.
follow up with what Barrett just reported. And also, Barrett, a question, not just Prime West counties, South Country Alliance counties as well?
Correct.
Along with Itasca County, I believe, is part of.
Yep, for any county-based purchasing, they now can opt to just have their county-based purchasing plan, which would, for us, is Prime West. For others, it might be South Country. Others, it might be Itasca. Some don't have a county-based purchasing plan. But if they have those, then that plan is the only option for those families on medical assistance.
Okay, yeah, with the atmosphere of insurance, this is an important topic, and I mean, I used to sit on Prime West. I mean, we've came a long way from 13 counties when I was there to now, so that's, I guess, a good thing. Thank you.
You're
both.
welcome.
Yep.
It's been a busy couple of weeks for me. After the workshop on the 6th, on the 8th, I also attended the EDA meeting with Liz here at the county. I thought we had a really good discussion that day, talked about different things, directions we wanted to go with that, and I think we've made a decision what we want to focus on, along with the other things that we'll continue to focus on. But again, we'll have a forum in springtime. So she also has a workforce roundtable scheduled for next Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 at Ridgewater College. And I believe that's on AI. So it sounds pretty interesting. So I'm going to go give it a try and see what I can learn. Also that day, I attended Prime West via Zoom. That meeting is always a little daunting because there's so much information that gets passed and the dollar amounts are staggering. But when you look at insurance, it's always a high dollar amount. Then on the 14th, as Nathan said, I attended the packed Zoom emergency meeting. I felt bad because I had just passed that commission off to Nathan, but I had gotten an email the night before asking, you know, it was an emergency, can we get together? And I'm glad I did because it helped me understand a bunch of stuff too. On the 15th, I had a CHS Zoom meeting in the morning to review the executive director and go over her review and how we wanted to proceed with that. Then I had a Trailblazer meeting, and it was good. It was a few things just to get out of the way for the beginning of the year, but, there's always hurdles to cross, so you're working with the state, so I feel every meeting is a little bit better. Then that night I went to Wilmer for a Pioneer Library meeting. They extended their thank you and gratitude for the budget that McLeod County had given them for this year. And Lori Ortega will be retiring this year, so that I think is a big focus for them, is they hired David Drown and Associates to help find her replacement for the library system itself. Then on the 16th, we had a CHS exec board meeting. That meeting is coming up in February, and so they want to just make sure we have some reserves that haven't been spent and how we want to proceed with them. But I think there's talk about waiting until June 1st because there's still a hold-up type thing with one of the benefits they're looking at. And then I did receive a bunch of comments and calls on the shotgun and rifle stuff that we'll be discussing. And so I did tell them we have our meeting. If they have concerns, please come and let us know. So that was my 2 weeks.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
just a question for Commissioner Chachka. Has Lori Ortega given a date on when she wants to be retired from Pioneer Land Library?
I don't remember a specific date, but it's sometime this year.
Yeah.
Maybe by the end of the year to train somebody in, get somebody hired, because they're just starting that process.
Good, thank you.
All right, congratulations to Commissioner Cheska, by the way. She's vice chair of Trailblazer this year. And she's doing well. She came in new and she's doing well. We have no attorney representation today due to a funeral, so I guess we'll turn it back to Sheila, our administrator.
Thank you. Item A, consider adopting Resolution 26 CB12, additional Commissioner Committee appointments. This resolution appoints Commissioner Doug Kruger as the alternate for Meeker McLeod Sibley Community Health Services.
So moved.
And second.
Commissioner Wright and seconded by Commissioner Smalls. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Queen will provide the next one, item B.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Consider adopting Resolution 26 CB13, authorizing the acceptance and gifts of contributions in the amount of $35,766.41 for the year ending December 31st, 2025.
I will move to approve.
Motion made by Commissioner Cheska to approve. Is there a second? I'll second it. Discussion, are these from various donors?
Yeah, individuals. A lot of vet van riders is a big part because they donate for their ride.
Sure.
They're not required to pay.
And is this a tax deductible donation?
We don't file taxes, so if they
No,
give
I know
it
we
to
don't,
us.
but is it like a four, I think it is, but I don't, I'm not, I would like to
I'm not
know.
gonna give any instruction on that.
It'd be something to note that if we are, because, there are people that structure tax-wise to donate, and why wouldn't, especially in like van rides or things that people believe in, why wouldn't there be that avenue?
I
But
think it would,
didn't know.
Mr. Chair, I think it would depend on their individual situation and how they file taxes, so it would be a difficult
Yeah, but
question
you
to
have to be
answer.
eligible for like a 501c3?
It's not the same as a
Okay.
501(c)(3), so I just don't want to give any guidance
No, I got
on
it. But it's something I'll check into it myself, or if you,
I can look into
yeah,
it for you, Doug.
thank you.
Thank you.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item C, consider approving the McLeod County Health and Human Services Safeguarding Federal Tax Information Policy. You saw a lot of this information in the information technology policy that you recently approved. This policy that we're asking you to approve today will change pieces of the information security policy, so that needs to be approved first, and that's in your packet.
Wishes of the board?
Move request, Mr. Chair.
Motion made by Commissioner Schmalz to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Chatska. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries.
Thank you. Item D, notification of an electronic transfer of funds in the amount of $2 million from the Minnesota Association of Governments Investing for Counties account to Security Bank checking account made on January 7, 2026 for bill payments. Item E, notification of a public hearing regarding the rifle hunting and shotgun-only zone changes on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026 during the regular board meeting.
Excuse me, Sheila, is there, being you commented on your calendar, Commissioner Cheska, was there comments that you wanted to make or anything before we move on?
No, I don't think so. They just asked where we were at, and I said, about the meeting. I had some that said they don't want to come and talk, but one person did say, and that's, I'm looking on my phone here to find out, they thought we should find out what the other counties around us were doing. And I know that I had gotten some information about when the other couple counties
And
were meeting.
I've commented before, and that's good information to know, but I guess we're elected to figure out what McLeod is gonna do. I understand that, I had the date here, next Tuesday, I believe, Sibley County is taking it up. And
Sibley's today.
I've been invited. Pardon?
Today,
No, next Tuesday.
today.
You sure?
Yep, according to my text message.
The information I had is we
And
didn't have.
actually, at one of my meetings at Trailblazer, Steve had said it was today, but it was tonight, because we were like, well, we have our meeting the same
Okay.
day.
That could be, but anywhere, well, then don't take the time and date. I know they're acting on it, and I was under the assumption it was next week, but that's fine. But at any rate, I've had a number of calls too, and that's why I asked our administrator to make sure it was on this calendar to get it out there, because I don't know how we make a informed decision, at least for our constituents, without having this hearing. That'll take care of it, and we'll have to decide then. So the process will be that we will have a resolution made up that day, because at least wise, that's my goal, is to get it done that day. If we don't approve a resolution, it'll go to the new way, and if we do a resolution, it'll stay in the old.
Yep.
So, the commissioners I've talked to, we're getting our calls, but I'm gonna try, I have my own feelings, but I wanna try to stay, as open as I can and listen to the cases that are gonna be made that day. Any more comments from the board?
I do, I just have a question, perhaps more for administration. What are the steps that are gonna be taken to notify the public that this is their day? And we all have our people that have called us, and we can call them back, and word of mouth will carry pretty well, but how are we gonna get the word out that this is the day to show up and please voice an opinion, so.
That was part of the reason of it being on the agenda today. It didn't have to be yet, but we wanted to make sure that we're notifying the public. It will go on our website, on the calendar, and we can also share it anywhere that's asked for by the board.
Okay.
And it will be posted as it's required for a public hearing.
And thank you, Commissioner Wright, but that's kind of why I'm expanding on the
Yeah.
conversation to make sure no one misses it.
That's right.
Any more conversation on this item? Go ahead, Sheila.
Thank you. Item F, notification of board workshop following the board meeting on Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026, at the McLeod County Government Center, 520 Chandler Avenue North, Glencoe, Minnesota.
Okay, so we've reached the end of our meeting with open forum. Anyone from the public wishing to address the board? Please state your name and your address. Well, not your address, but where you're from.
Tom Dahl, Acoma Township, Hutchinson, Minnesota. So on behalf of Acoma Township, I just want to recognize all of you and say thank you, because I know, as another government entity, we understand that when you lose one in District 5, that 4 others have to pick up all of that extra duties. And I just want to say thank you for doing that. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We take all the kind words we can get. I appreciate it. Press relations, I don't see any press. With that, the next county board meeting will be at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, February 3rd, at the McLeod County Government Center, 520 Chandler Avenue North, Glencoe, Minnesota. Is there any more business that's beneficial to the good of McLeod County? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to recess.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Schmalz, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wright. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, we're adjourned.